Hey guys, so I am just gonna record something off the cuff here. I've been really inspired by something cool I just saw this morning. I okay, I'm working on my laptop. I sit here kind of cross-legged on the sofa, sideways. This is the back of the sofa. That's the arm, and this is what I do. I'm sitting here with my laptop, also watching watching some stuff on my little tiny portable projector, which is actually still on. Um, and I was watching. You're gonna laugh at this. I was watching Red Bull TV. So Red Bull energy drink. They make amazing videos of adventurous stuff. So people climbing. I love rock climbing, so I watch some of their videos for rock climbing. You get surfers. You get rally race car drivers. You get people doing parkour, free running type stuff all over buildings and all over doing amazing flips and backflips and whatever. But there was one. It was on capturing sound or looking at kind of people from all over the world doing different kinds of sounds. So this one guy, I think he was Armenian. I can't remember exactly where, but he was talking about these folk songs that he he's really been inspired by as he develops his music. It's a sound collection series, and it's kind of cool. So I was watching. He was talking about these people, or he actually it showcased these people who were called Ashiks, and this is a kind of Armenian, Persian, Azerbaijani. They've all got a very similar term for it, or Turkish even. And anyway, so they all play the long-necked lute thing, and they sing their poems. And I think traditionally it might have been like love songs and things, but in this instance they were singing about their king or their lord, and it was interesting. The one of the singers, he was saying that the Ashik is a news person, a mail carrier, someone who translates information, communicates what's going on. Obviously, Wikipedia, massive grain of salt here, but it says the word Ashik literally means in love or is lovelorn. I think there's something to that even in that situation. So the song they were singing in the video, I'm pointing that way because that's where it was projected onto. It was projected onto the wall. They were singing about Lord Mustafa. Okay, and it was talking about who he is and what his role is and why he is their that why they call him Lord, why he is who he and they say he is. And it just made me think about worship and what we're called to do in that. And I was also thinking about one of my neighbors, or a couple of my neighbors. They're brilliant musicians, and they really love Eastern music, and they've been getting into that. They also do, what's it called? They also do other kinds of worship. They do worship that's of the Christian faith and of Hindu and Buddhist traditions. That's it. They like to do Taizé services. They really love that sort of feel. So one of the things they do or they listen to, and it's actually the most beautiful music. We sit over here in our garden in our front of our house, eating our lunch, and we listen, or dinner, and we listen to their music, and sometimes it is just mind-blowingly beautiful and just absolutely, it resonates in your head and your heart, and you go, there's something of this that's bigger and different. What they do is they listen to this, they like this music style called the Kirtan. So apparently this is a Sanskrit word. Again, thank you, Wikipedia. I apologize to everybody who's going to tell me Wikipedia is not the place to get your information from, but I still love it. I love that this is the same thing as kind of oral tradition, but in text. We may not have all the details, all the facts, and we may not have everything right, but it comes out one way or another. So the Kirtan or the Kirtana is a Sanskrit word meaning narrating, reciting, telling, or describing of an idea or story. This is the first line on Wikipedia. So specifically in Indian religions, it's also referred to as a genre of religious performing arts, connotating connoting a musical form or narration or shared recitation, particularly of spiritual or religious ideas. So in some traditions, it's a call and response, or sort of a chant set to music, where multiple singers recite or describe a legend or express loving devotion to a deity or discuss spiritual ideas. It might include dancing or direct expression of emotive states, so happiness, sadness, or all these things. Many kirtan performances are structured to engage the audience, where they either repeat the chant or reply to the call of the singer. Yeah, I love this. I really love this. I'm totally blanking the name, but we've got something similar in Christian tradition or semi-modern Christian tradition post-Reformation, or even pre-Reformation. So you've got the idea of the monks used to sing something, and it was responded to or replied to by the people in the community. So there's a cathedral I went to where the massive ceiling goes straight up like this, and then there's this section that goes up from that ceiling. So say it's there, and it's got a little thing goes up like this, and that's round, and it's got all these paintings of angels, and right at the very top center, it's got Jesus with a crown on. He's King Jesus in that place, and in this area, the monks used to go around the outside edge here, and they would open these windows and look down, and they would sing as though they were taking the role of the angels that were painted around the inside of this central section. And then below them, they would do this high-pitched singing, and it would fill the whole space. And below them would be all these people in the congregation, and the monks at the bottom would be replying, and it would be showing this dialogue between heaven and earth. And it was a way of connecting the everyday lives of people in the congregation to what the reality is of our connection with God, what this could actually be like, and that this can be real. It doesn't have to be in this place, it could be everywhere, because all along the walls in this cathedral are pictures of all of creation, not just what it looks like when you're sitting on pews and inside a cold, stony building, because that's not what life is about. That's sort of a separation from life. And I'm not trying to break down our understandings of traditional models of church, but I do want to make a recognition that there is more to life than that. So the thing I'm connecting with here is the kirtan and Ashik. They are both methods of communicating something. The kirtan is something that's bringing everybody in and involving people in this understanding, this new thing. The Ashik is a news-carrying thing. And I love this. I love that we're called to witness to the kingdom of God coming, and witnessing. In Greek, we're talking martyria and marteo. Are people who see and they tell others what they've seen. You see, you tell others. It's kind of a one and the same. It's where we get the word martyr. We are martyrs for Christ. We are not just going out and killing ourselves, because that's what the connotation is. That's what we think of when we say martyr. It's something bigger. It's something more lifeful. When we see something amazing of the kingdom of God, we're talking about when we see somebody's life change. When we see some prison that somebody's been in, I just can't believe it. I just wish that this had happened. How come things aren't going my way? How come I'm always the one to be oppressed? How come all these sorts of things? It's not that things all of a sudden go your way that changes things. It's when we go, you know what? Had I left the house when I wanted to, had I been on time, I might have been in that car wreck. Whoa, I might have been saved from something right there. Or, I experienced some real crushing sort of thing, and I got this email the very next minute. Within 5 minutes of getting the news of this, I get this email through, and it's right on point. It's almost like, and I hear this from people time and time again, it's almost like someone was reading my mail. And as a friend would say, give me this look. Kind of close his eyes and just go, only God. In that moment, it's almost like we're sharing this feeling, this sense that we're bearing witness. We're sharing our testimony that this is God moving in this place. It's kind of like our Kirtan, Ashik kind of ideal. So as we move into future times of worship, just personally or communally, individually or as a group, let's remember this. This is what we're here for. We aren't just doing some sort of self-bolstering kind of, I'm just making myself feel really good. What if it's something else? What if it's more like we are there to tell a story? We're telling others what God has done in our lives, what God has done in the lives of those around us when we've seen it. We keep our eyes open for those things. Yeah, and we tell them. We communicate the good news. It didn't just happen once, it happens and it continues to happen. Let that be your blessing for today.